YouTube was good. It's Nile Waves. We're back at it with another video. Today we got Metro Boomin, Gunna sample type beat, you know, P Power inspired, of course. You know, Metro Boomin is going crazy with the samples these days. So shout out to whoever submitted the request for this vid. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna start with this sample that I found. It's called Didn't I by Durando. It's fire. I hope they don't, you know, flag my video up. But this is the part that I like the most for a sample. All right. All right, so you heard that, right? So for me personally, this is what I do when I sample stuff. I'll put it in Edison, and then I'll come over to the part where I want to sample, where I want the sample to start at. So that's right here, and I'll drag it until I get to where it ends at. So right there. Now I'll take it in here. Obviously you can see I did it, but I'm showing you. I had to do it before so I could do it quicker, because sometimes it takes a little time. All right, so now I have my sample here, and I'll put it on stretch. And what I'll do is I'll put the BPM on. I'll put the metronome on, and I'll try to see, okay, is it on? So as you can see, it's a little slow. So what I'll do is I'll turn the metronome up. Don't stretch it yet. So it seems like it's pretty close to 150 BPM. So now I'll undo the stretch, take this down. I'll zoom in a little bit to make sure it's not coming over the line. And then that will be our first sample. So this is our first sample chop right here. Okay, so it's over here, so I'm gonna just bring it over here. This is our first sample chop. Okay, next I'm gonna find another sample chop that I could switch between, because sometimes, you know, when it's just one sample chop, it get a little boring. But sometimes it's cool, one sample chop, but me personally, I like to switch it up sometimes. So I'm gonna take this part, this Didn't I. For those of y'all that watch Breaking Bad, I actually heard this in a Breaking Bad episode, and I was like, yo, I got a sample. Didn't I treat you right now? So right there, that's my second sample chop. Take it, I'm gonna do the same thing I did. Well, first of all, that's already on 150. Okay, always go to the time, auto detect, then press whatever BPM that you ended up fitting on. Make that the BPM of the sample, so that if you want to ever change the BPM or something, you can always change it without it, you know, stretching like that. Okay, so now I'm gonna try this sample out and see what the BPM of this one is. Oh, let me turn that off. All right, so you heard that, right? It's on like 146. And I'm saying it's on like because, I mean, honestly, with samples, it's okay if it's not 100% like fully on beat, because a lot of these samples, they use live music. So live music is never going to be right on the metronome. It can be close, but usually it's not going to be right on it. And that's fine, because when we add the drums, it's going to make everything come together. So now I'm going to put these one after each other. Change it to 146. And now personally, I want to bring the sample down a little bit, because I like to pitch shift samples. Always change it up. Now I'm going to bring it up to 150 BPM, make it a little faster. And now we're going to get to the drums. So first of all, sound selection is key with these types of beats. If you're going for the a more Metro Boomin type style, me personally, I've been seeing him use a lot of like hi-hats that sound like old Memphis type hi-hats they have a lot of character to them. You know, they're not just straight trap hi-hats. They're more like I'll just say they're like thicker, if that makes sense. You know, the more you make music, the more you'll start to like get certain things. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a hi-hat pattern. I'm gonna do like a Memphis kind of style with the little triples in there. Next thing I did, had this nice snare. That I'm gonna just copy that snare. If you've been listening to Metro lately, his beats been pretty simple, you know, for the most part. Hasn't been too many rolls and crazy hats and stuff, but the bounce is just nice, you know. So next I'm gonna add an open hi-hat in the beginning. Oh, I need to turn. Okay, so when you try to put your open hi-hat on another key, it doesn't work. Sometimes the time might be on, like it might be shifted. So just press none so that you can get that back. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add these kicks in here. I got a real like heavy sounding kick. Wait, is that the kick? I was using that kick, right? Why does it sound so weak? I gotta turn it up. On this last kick, I'm gonna turn the velocity down a little bit. The turning that velocity down gives it a little bit of you know, a little bit more punch to it. So now right here, this is a little 808 I got. And this 808, as you can see, it doesn't have too much bass to it. I mean, not bass. It doesn't have too much punch to it. Like, it's not harsh or anything. So it's kind of like a sub bass in a way. So what we're going to do is we're going to just make it hit at certain points. It's not going to do too much. It's just going to add some bass to the track. But first we got to figure out where to put it exactly. Yeah. As you can hear, like I'm kind of trying to follow the bass notes of that melody that you hear in the back. I low-key want to see if it sounds good, but nah, I'm just leave it like that. I'm just gonna leave it simple today. Gonna put our samples in here. One of the things you can do with samples too is you can add some, you know, reverb to them. Me, obviously, y'all should know by now. I love, man. They need to sponsor me. I love a Holla Vintage verb. Another thing you could do is add like a filter to it. Me, I like adding low pass filters to my samples. And that right there is really the beat. All that's left to do is really just to lay it out however you feel like laying it out. Me, I'm gonna lay this joint out, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next vid, man. Peace.